Welcome back, folks. Pigs TV. We are Pigs as usual. So we're on a Feast of Hades map. Don't think we've seen this on the channel before. We got Slick. Let's meet the main commanders at least. Slick as an Armada, and his immediate opposition is Pro Randy. Pro Randy is definitely well known around the circuit. Incredibly well, as you can see here, these are all pros, all high players. So hopefully we're in with a treat. This it doesn't always work out like that, but we'll see. But Pro Randy is definitely the one to look out for. And he looks as if he's doing the tech position really, and not the forward position. I like his counterman. So we'll see what they've got up in store, and see what they come up with. But you never know. They're all being nice to each other. There's no actual. Let's build a load of ticks and see if we can damage anybody. They're all being nice to each other, which doesn't always happen in the lower leagues. They're always like, let's get them all up, let's go for it. All right, we have got a few, but it might be a bit too late now. But maybe they're just going out to have a little nosy. A couple of scouts with a bomber, maybe. Yeah, I think that's a bomber. So interesting, but nice to see. Yeah, that's put Fly Duck back in the Stone Age for a little while. That was a nice little play. So that's what they tend to do. They use the scout. I think the scout's been killed actually, to go in front of the bomber to see, obviously, and then they then use the bomber to obviously bomb the stuff. So it's interesting. But it's effective. But like I said, this is definitely the tech position, which is obviously what he's relatively doing. It's probably a bit late now to do any more, so that's why now he's changing himself to building more infrastructure, because obviously now they know that their planes are on. It's not going to be as effective now, or air, I should say, not planes. Well, they are planes, but you know what I mean. Choice of wording, pigs. Come on. The amount of times I do use planes instead of air is phenomenal. But anyway. There's a little push by. I was trying to find it then. With a rover. There's a rover. As I'm not meeting the commanders, I'm having to work out. It was a suggestion from a friend of mine on from a channel, just to meet the main commanders and not go through them all. But if you like me going through all of them, then we'll go back to that. Again, it's my channel, but I try to, make it good for everybody. I always listen to the comments, and I always, try my best with it. Again, they have been very passive with everybody. So you know when this passiveness is going to come to an end, it's going to be a bloodbath. They're just sizing each other up here. There's no real. I mean, I think it's about. Yeah, there's only one now. There's 5B 6v6. So a bit of push and pull, but nothing. They're obviously sending a scout out there. And I thought that would have happened. I have no idea what that on his little emblem thing is. That looks like a cross. I don't know whether that's higher or what that would be, to be honest. Some of these have a lot where they've won a tournaments and things like that, and they have extra things on their little album and things here. But again, they're just pushing, they're just tickling each other. You know what I mean? You can tell these you can tell it's a pro You know, like these are all pros and that. They don't tend to try and lose a lot of units. You know, you only want to make what you want to make. But the real pro bit, and that's what I've said in some of the others, there's just this little pushing and pulling to try and obviously get a nice angle to obviously take down and get closer to the main base of each other. Now, obviously, the Pro Randy did take his base out mainly and pushed him back to the Stone Age, so he's the one that's behind the most. Although I'm quite surprised that he didn't get, you know, more from his fellow players, but maybe he didn't ask. Yeah, so Chicken Taste is doing a bit of a, I think that's a beamer, yep. With a beamer, and it's a bit of a forward. That was nice taken out. Very unusual. Now we got a D-gun? No, we're not going to D-gun. Oh, we'll just eat it up. Well, we'll get one out eventually. I said they're all being behaved with each other. There's no real. Well, there's a hell of a lot of push there. Oh, so that's Ollie. Again, it's really far forward. I think, well, I was saying, isn't it Pro Shaman just like out? But I think he's actually so far forward that I thought they were on the other side. So he's cut Mirrored completely off. Now that'll be an interesting. Blitz. No, not Blitz. Fast assault tank, sorry. I was thinking Blitz then. It was moving and no, that's not Blitz. That'd be not a Blitz at all. I guess there is a Blitz in there. Yeah, they are Blitzers. What am I on about? Oh, it's going to be one of these days today. I've prepared for myself. Unusual the amount of static defense. You don't tend to see that from hard players much these days. They don't do a lot of static defense. It's more of getting units on the ground and pushing forward from there, to be honest. So I was so the Rexwell is definitely pushing forward here. I'm quite surprised it didn't the purple didn't stand and fight. I didn't fight. He maybe thought he you know, Rexwell had a lot more than he actually does, and he doesn't really have a lot, to be honest. See what I mean? That's what I was said. You line them up, strafe them. Which is something we're going to go through as on a new channel. It may be already out as you see this. But it will be out soon when I actually make the thing. Of how nice to do that for new players. But anyway. There's not a great deal. Obviously, all this was taken down now, so Brad Sherman has basically taken most of this corner. In fact, actually, he's got a quite nice, you know, he's taken all this quadrant for himself, really, which is quite nice. Unusual in a map like this. You would have thought actually there'd been a bit more communication and being able to not allow that to happen. This could take that back. There's not a lot of, you know, it needs to revive some of them units, I think. So what do we see here? It's still a bit back and forth here. There's no real winner. Rexwell he's decided to see. I'm never a great lover of the light artillery, but it's actually working quite well in this instance. It's because There's no way for them to actually get up there, but because the light artillery has such a long reach, it works itself quite well in this instance. But normally it doesn't work itself quite well because they can just jump on it, but that's very difficult to jump on. And Janice will do, but it's not enough at the moment. There's not enough there to be able to warrant this. He's getting an Overwatch. The only thing it's doing any real pushing is obviously the you know, it's forcing him to what I call derp around and move around and not be static. The Rocketeers will take them out from a distance, so that's why he's doing that. And I think it's the only way to play this particular part, to be honest. I still would have liked it not. See, the trouble is now, if they jump on it, all these Rocketeers and that will be taken out. But they've just noticed the commander. No, we're going to put... Because all that, if they'd have degunned that would have been it. And then the Rocketeers could have actually really jumped on this. But it's not a full loss yet. Right, what else have we got? While that's going back and forth. Nothing really here. I think we'll go back. There's a bit of a push in here, but again, same sort of situation with the light artillery. But the light artillery on this is on the outside and not on the inside. But we'll go back to our fight up at the top. This light artillery has been incredibly crucial. It hasn't really done, you know, I would say a lot of damage in a way, but it has. I mean, obviously they've got, you know, they're pushing Maxwell back, so you can't really get a foothold. Hence the reason why. Now there's more units coming on the thing for Pro BT. Oh. Sorry, I missed the commander there. Didn't see that push. Pro Randy's obviously pushed himself a lot further. Yeah, he's definitely teching, but he's not teching in the... Oh, he's not started. Okay, thank you very much. But he's not teching in the way that I would say that, you know, he's building advanced fusions and things like that. That teching. Doesn't seem to be sending a lot out to his fellow players either. Mind you, they are all pros or all thingies, so he probably doesn't need to, but you've got to rely on if you're doing what he's doing, you've got to rely on your other players to be able to good enough to hold the line. Because basically you're down by one, you see. But it's very similar for Slick Like Vic. He's sort of doing the same as well, although he's quite far behind, I think. Because I think he got hit earlier on. So, but Randy's pushed himself a lot more forward here. Flyduck will see this eventually. It's what he can see, so he can't really see much. Now he can see the obviously the radar, but whether this will push somebody back or not. Okay. It's difficult to know where to go with it. Right then, and the no, it's right. Pro Randy gone far too forward. No, I don't think he has. I think he's just about in the right. He's far enough forward to do something, but not too far that it's going to take out. This is a nice run back by the commander. Why not? This commander could get taken out though. Now that's the problem. There's no degunning a commander each other there, but yes, he's gonna go. Oh, there we go. Did he take out? Yes, he took out Pro Randy with it as well. Oh, two? Is it two? No, there's only two of them. So Pro Randy gone, and Flying Duck went as well in that epic little battle there. That was a nice, unusual that an experienced player like that would actually go that way and bear back, actually. So they're eating up this. It looks like they're eating up. Yeah, they are eating up. So that'll give Pro a massive boost. An absolute huge boost of metal. Some people will revive the commander and some have just eaten him up, but he has got two there. not doing much with them, to be quite frank. I thought he would have done a bit more, and especially he had both there, and he's only on T1, so he's not upgraded to T2 or anything like that. Unusual, very unusual battle this. In a sense of, there's not as much pushing as I was, as I thought there would have been from these big players. I suppose if in a sense this is a test, they're just flexing the muscles and flexing some ideas, but they don't want to obviously don't want to give this to everybody. T2 bull with the tiger, the lightning, the jaguar. Sorry, not the tiger. Can be effective. I would like a few more of these, not a couple. But the bull's definitely effective. Again, it's like a 2 point. It's not a 3. It's only a 2, but it is higher than I would say the 2 itself. You know, you could put it closer to Marauder, which is a 3, because it's an effective unit. You get more of these, and they can be absolutely devastating. Pairing it with the Jaguar isn't that a bad idea? So we got more balls on here, but we have got the same sort of units, but obviously a bit more. He's realised that I'm going somewhere because there's 2 bills there, be 1 bull. 2 will outstrip the 1, obviously. So they're not pursuing it though. So this has been taken back. Yeah, eventually it's been taken back by Mirrored. Obviously, Pro Sherman had quite a lot of this map down here, but now it's been countermanded and got the thing back again. Whether this will do a lot of damage against the bull and the others is questionable. It would be nice to obviously repair these. Little run by orange. Can't know my colours these days. It's a bit back and forth, but I'd rather have that than the one ways. I don't try to have the one ways, but you can never normally tell. I thought it was going to be a bit more interesting, a bit of being higher, more pro player, but the Bulls will have no problem with all this. That's just like target practice for them. Again, there's not real one. Even though we can look up here and we say, "Oh, well, Red's really winning." Yes, they are in the materials, but it's not really as simple as that. Only 2 bulls. Quite a lot of jaguars though, lightning tanks. Oh, they will just obliterate all this, for sure. So we might as well use the light artillery for something, and that's definitely going to take out all this. It would be nice to send over something just to take out that. Well, if you're going to stand there and not do anything, they're going to be a bit of cannon fodder. Unless he was using that so you could see. Everybody seems to be obeying the things of war. We've got quite a lot of bombers here, so I don't know if he's building his bomber setup or what he's actually doing. Now he has gone to T2. So now he's swapping from air to a bot lab. So I wonder if there's something, unless he's using it as a. So you need the bot lab to be able to get the Lazarus. You see. Oh, the Grave Robber. Well, it's Cortex anyway, so it's the Grave Robber. So But you know what I mean. Oh, missed that one. That was obviously another commander going down. Sorry about that. I think that Vic's going to eat most of that up quite substantially fast. Pro Randy's now. So is this now going to be the trigger to push the air forward? They're only T1s, but more beats less, like it normally does, especially in this situation. Yeah, 3 bulls absolutely obliterated all that. Another one? Ooh, I'm missing them. Damn. So it looks like we got the last con somewhere. So most of this bottom has now been taken out. So he's been pushed back. So the magenta in the mirror has been pushed back quite substantially. He had it in the start, then he lost it to Pro Sherman, then he got it back again, and now he's lost it again. Oh, them Lazarus. That's a nice pickup. Taking all them out. Ooh. Oh. Yep, you definitely got to hit that bull. Yeah, that's going to be pushed back. Light artillery, if they can find that artillery, that's going to be taken out. See, it's definitely a back and forth. There's no real overall winner. Air's been, I think, is definitely on the red side. Although saying that though, I think they've just been caught. Well, that's all them obliterated. So that's no more air at all. But I don't know whether, yeah, he's still not sent the bombers over yet. So I don't know whether he's waiting for something, but if he sent them over now, they would be obliterated anyway. Nice bomber push. But what's he going to do with them? Is he just going to... Yep, that's it. Although this is... See, that's how... It's really nicely spread. So it's going to be very... Oh, that's not going to be very difficult, though. Oh, there we go. Well, Randy's stuff is being taken quite substantially out. Now, it depends on if they can get more. If they can get more of this, then that might be the end of... Well, poor Randy's definitely... And his most of his stuff taken out. As you can see up here, there's a lot of being sharing, so they've shared some stuff to Pro Randy. This is what I mean. If you're a player and you or yourself gets, you know, obliterated like that, your other players should start to share stuff and help you out. Because the faster you can get back into the fight, it's going to be better. Although Purple has taken the top spot, but it's still Reds to lose as far as I can feel at the moment. But well, this will do some damage. That is a lot of bulls. That's a lot of bull. I knew it was around somewhere. There we go. That's quite a few balls as well. I still feel sometimes there's no overall winners in this so far. It is a lot back and forth. It's a good match though. I like the ones that are not less than one-sided. So that air's going to be taken down. All this All this infrastructure on the bridge is going to be definitely taken down here. So that's going to be done. He's redone the bull, but that's about as much as he can get. I don't think that's going to do much. All these grip robbers is going to be obliterated. Oh, they're being pushed back. So it looks like we've got a pawn spam, which the bull will love that. Oh, here we go. So that's a bit of a... Let's put some advanced dragon's teeth, I think. I think that's what we're going to call them. We don't see mines, very unusual mines on the... are not played very often. They are incredibly effective though. So another fighter spam, but I don't think they've actually got fighters anymore. But that's what I mean. I didn't think that was going to be any use whatsoever. Oh no, saying that, oh no, it's done quite well. A lot better than I anticipated it was going to be. Now, are they going to be able to take anything else out? No, they're turning. Again, not a lot, but enough. Enough that it's going to take, yeah, so check out, yeah, quite a little bit of his base. Is this going to be another push? Have we got another push? I don't really know. Again, it's happening all over. This is what normally happens with these. Something doesn't happen and then everything happens all at the same. And as a caster, you can't see everything. Even though I'm watching the little mini-map, I'm trying to sort of like, well, pick this, pick that. Them are just gonna go. They're just a waste of resources. Just sending pawns in to do that. You might as well save that money and spend it on something else that is a bit more. I mean, what could you do? It's difficult. You either have the same sort of units, or you know, again, you can do a bit of strafing, but it's not going to do a lot against her. You'd have to use a rocketeer to push back and forth, but it's not going to be easy. Them bulls are devastating ones to get going, and there's enough of them on here. That's 16. Well, no, it's not, because for some unknown reason, select the ones from the other unit as well. So his other players sending a few balls in. So this, with the Mauser, so the Mauser obviously is a unit that can fire a lot longer way, but it needs to be protected at the front, which at the moment the Bulls and the Jaguars are doing quite well. So the Mauser's quite good at that. But if they move forward, they'll stop firing. That's the only. Oh, that was a nice EMP. But is he going to countermand it though? That's the problem. Not really going to countermand it much with pawns or ticks. Oh, well, took one out. Although there's the bull anyway. So is he going to break out with this? He might do. If this... No. If this gets countermanded, that's what I was trying to decide whether it was going to or not, but... Or EMP, they are devastating on things if they get going. They don't last long, but it's long enough to obviously do some damage. No, you're sending that into the meat grinder. There's far too many bulls. That's another one that they can have back. He's got no Lazarus or Graber or anything, or nobody else is there to get these bulls back in the fight. Get back into the fight. There's a lot of metal and a lot of things stored up there. Another slight push. Looks like they... Sorry about that. They repelled the advanced fortification there. Starlight being taken down. See what I mean? It's not as easy. It's definitely backs and forth. So now Pro Randy's decided I'm going to take the bottom now. So see how long that lasts. Pro BC TV has Still got that top. He's not lost it for a while, or he's not. You know, he's not lost it in periods. So, but as we see on that, it's still Reds to lose, even though it doesn't feel like that. They feel as if Blue is actually pushing a lot more effectively. I know they're trying to eat up a lot of this stuff, but they can't get to it. So it's still T2. So we're having T2 gunship. Strange. Oh, another commander gone. See, I thought air would have been, you know, actually been no use anymore, but apparently they think it is. You see what I mean by it didn't really feel air was definitely effective. We knew he had a lot. We knew Split Over had a lot of air anyway from last time. Pitbull's doing some nice bit of damage. I don't think they're going to go through this. Get through this chokehold here. I think he's got it sewed up quite well. And obviously the plasma, the pulsars would say a plasma, but it is a plasma cannon. But doing a lot of damage. Obviously similar to the Starlight, but the Starlight obviously moves and the plasma does not. It's a static defense. But you get a couple of them in your arsenal. I mean, they do lose quite a bit of energy, but look at the range on them. Woohoo! They can do some serious damage. So BTV's definitely pushed that line. It's definitely huge back and forth. See, look now again. So Pro Randy had that corner. Now he's lost that corner. So Pro Randy's he's hiding himself. So apparently that looks like the last commander. And he's in a bit of predicament really, because then bulls will take all of that down. That's a lot of bull. That's 15 of them. I'm not too sure how effective the gunship really has been. It doesn't feel as if it's been that effective. Just clear the board there. So I think red is definitely surely starving the blue here. Not by much. Right, so if this could do some damage, this will help the situation. It's a bit stally. You take that advanced fusion out, but I don't think you're going to be able to do it. I think the... Oh, that's better. That's T3. So not too bad. Another ball push. There's a lot of balls in this game. A lot more than we normally see. It is more of a vehicle. Well, I'm saying that, but then we've got obviously ticks and rovers all over. This is a nice. Nice push. Back to the old spam again. So he's spamming out these quite a lot, just to take up and stop them coming forward too much, and it is working. So I said right there, I'm going to put some pit bulls on there, and if you send something in, our pit bull's going to more than likely take that out. Is this going to be another air rush? I think it might be, but he's found the gunship, so that's why he's taking out them. Oh, that's it. I think it's incredibly well balanced. This cursor, well, it must have been an update recently. I don't remember seeing this cursor like that. So, they've not found Pro Randy yet. This is obviously the last commander. I think if they can take out the purple, or at least reduce the purple, I think they've got a good chance of taking this down. Oh, that's a lot of was that wasn't the Lazarus, was it? The leech, sorry. Does that look like a nuclear bomber there? There's a huge push on this side. This spam's doing quite well. It's taken out most of... he's now getting pushed. I think this is the last Sebastian, I think. I think if they can... If the Reds can push this back, I think they've got a good chance of winning this game. Nice bit of EMP, though. Still got one of them. Missed the other one, though. Oh, yes, there we go. That's most of that. Oh, are they giving up? Yeah, I think they've given up, actually. So there we go. Red did do it in the end. It was still a bit touch and go, but if you like this sort of thing, like you said, do me a favour and like it. It does mean a huge lot to this small channel. But anyway, don't forget to look at pixtv.com for some more videos, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.